Hello, my dear little shining stars. How are you all? I hope you all are doing really very well. So, in our today's class, we are going to see our chapter number 10. And our chapter number 10 is based on articles. Okay, I hope you all remember in your previous classes you have studied about articles. There are three types of article: a, an, and the. Okay, so all this type of articles we are going to see in detail in your chapter number 10. Okay, so first of all, my dear student, we have to understand what is the meaning of article. See, article determines the standard of noun. Yes. Why we need article? Because article tells us that what is the standard of this following noun. Okay. There are two types of article. Okay. So, my dear student, if article is necessary for find out the standard of noun which is present in our sentence, then it is also divided into two parts. Means our article is divided into two parts. Okay. So, here you can see indefinite article and definite article. Okay, article is divided into three part: a, and the. But these three articles are further divided into two parts. Means article is broadly divided into three category: a, an, and the. Okay, but when we keep them in a boxes, then it comes under two categories: indefinite article and definite article. Okay, indefinite article contains your a and n. Definite article contains your the. Okay, now we are going to see where we are going to use a and n. See, a and n make the noun something general and indefinite. Whenever you use a and n, it makes our noun general or indefinite. Okay, so whenever, my dear student, we use a or n, then we make our noun general or indefinite. Okay, give me a ball. This is general sentence. Here the speaker is telling someone to give him her a random ball about which the listener is not particularly aware of. Why it is a general sentence? Because here the speaker is telling someone to give me a ball, and that listener didn't know anything about this ball. Okay, so that's why a or n is considered as indefinite article, because here speaker tells everything, but the listener didn't know anything about the things. Okay, now the makes the noun something particular or definite. Now we use the to refer anything which is particular or certain. Example you can see here: give me the ball. Okay, here the speaker is telling someone to give him a particular ball about which the speaker and listener both are aware. Now give me the ball. Here the speaker is talking about maybe a football, maybe a cricket ball, maybe a basketball. Both speaker and listener are well aware about the type of ball. Okay, so my dear student, that's why the comes under the category of definite article. Listen, a or n, whenever we use a or n, it means we are talking about general things. Okay, here speaker know about the thing, but the listener didn't know anything, or didn't have much knowledge about the thing. But in the case of definite article, both listener and speaker know about the speaking thing. Okay, so my dear student, in article we have to follow some rules. Come with me and let's see the rules. A common noun in the singular number always require an article before it. Okay, so my dear student, a common noun and proper noun, you remember? So a common noun, if it is present in singular number. Okay, a common noun if it is present in singular number, then it always require an article. Okay, then it is always require a article. But a plural common noun does not require an article. Okay, but if the common noun is present in its plural form, then it didn't need that it then it does not need any kind of article. This concept is clear? This rule is clear? Let me explain you one more time. See, a common noun, okay, a common noun, if a common noun is present in its singular form, then we are going to add articles. But if that common noun is present in its plural form, then we are not going to add any kind of article with them. Okay, example you can see: I saw a snake in the zoo refers to a random snake. First one is talking about a common noun, snake. Okay, snake, a group of snake is called snake. Okay, so here we are referring to a common noun and it is singular in number. It is singular in number. That's why it requires a, an or the. I saw snakes in the zoo. Okay, I saw snakes in the zoo. Okay, but here snakes, they are present in a plural form. Okay, so here we are going to use, here we are not going to use any kind of article. Okay, so I hope this rule is clear to you all. Whenever a common noun is present in singular form, we are going to add article with them. Whenever a common noun is present in its plural form, it didn't require to add any kind of article. Okay, now rule number 2. A is used before words beginning with a consonant sound. Okay, so the words which have a consonant sound, we add a article before them. Like a puppy, puppy. P is a consonant word. That's why it sounds like a consonant. That's why here we use a. A banana, a cook. Okay, so a article is used before the consonant sounding words. Now n. N is used before the words beginning with a vowel sound. Okay, an article is used before those words who have a vowel sound or who starts with vowel. An earphone, ear. Okay, e is a vowel, so here we use an. An ostrich, an umbrella. Okay, now the is used when we are referring to a specific person, animal, place or thing, and the article is used whenever we are referring something specific, maybe a person, maybe an animal, maybe a place, maybe a thing. Okay, example, you can see the man is running, particular man. Here we know this man is running, that's why here we use the article. The is also used before some proper noun. Okay, the is also used, my dear student, in the case of some proper noun. Okay, like the lotus temple. Lotus temple is a proper noun, that's why we use here. That's why before lotus temple we use proper noun, that's why we use article the Himalayas, the Ramayana. Okay, the is also used before a thing which is only one of a kind in the universe, and the article is also used before those names who are present in one in nature, means one in number in our planet Earth. Like the earth is moving around the sun. Earth is single, sun is also single. Okay, in the entire universe. That's why we use the. The moon is shining tonight. Moon is a single piece. That's why we use the. The must be used before the following. And apart from them, we also use the in the following cases. Example, you can see names of oceans, gulfs, seas and rivers. Whenever we are whenever we are going to call any ocean name, any gulf name, any sea name or river name, we are going to add the article with them. Example, you can see the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Coral Sea, the Arabian Sea, the Persian Gulf, the Ganges, the Yamuna, the Nile, etc. Okay, if we are talking about countries, so here we are going to add the names of countries with United States or island, like the United States of America, the USA, the UK, the UAE, the Philippines, etc. Name of the Great Lakes. Okay, whenever we are calling the name of Great Lakes, we also add article the before them. The Great Lakes, the African Great Lakes. And whenever we are taking the name of mountains, we also add the before them. Name of mountain ranges, the Himalayas, the Alps, the Andes, etc. And whenever we are talking about the group of islands, we also add the article. Name of group islands, name of a group of islands, the West Indies, the Andamans, etc. So in these cases, we use article the. But my dear student, there are some exceptional cases also. Before we don't use any kind of articles. Like means we don't use the. You can see here. The is not used in some cases. Okay, my dear student, the is not used in some cases, like name of continent. Okay, whenever, my dear student, you are calling the name of continent or whenever you are calling the name of countries, we are not going to add the. But here question comes. Earlier I already read this line, name of countries with United States of Ireland. Here we use the. My dear student, except from this countries, rest of the countries we don't add any kind of article. Example you can see here, continent names, we don't call them the Asia, the Europe. No, we call them Asia, Europe, Australia, Africa, South America, North America, Antarctica. Country names, Australia, Bhutan, England, France, India, Sri Lanka. Okay. Names of state, cities or town, whenever we are calling the name of any state, city or town like Gujarat, Goa, Mumbai, Delhi, London, etc. Name of streets or name of singular lakes. Okay, whenever we are naming the streets or whenever we are calling the singular lakes, we are not going to add the in them, like Mall Road, Park Street, George Street, Newtown Street, etc. Vular Lake, Dull Lake, Chilika Lake, Lake Eyre, etc. Okay. Whenever we are taking the name of single mountains like Mount Everest, Mount Solitary, Mount Fuji, etc. Here we are not taking the name of series of mountain. Here we are talking about single piece of mountain. So we don't add the. Name of single islands, whenever we are taking the name of single islands, we are not going to add article the. Monrio Island, Easter Island, Fatima Island, etc. Whenever we are talking about the languages, yes, very important point. Okay, whenever we are taking the name of languages, we are not going to add article the in them. Hindi, Spanish, English. When the is used before these nouns, they refer to the speaking population, those languages. Okay. And whenever we are talking about the sports and whenever we are talking about the subjects, here we also don't add article the. Like sports name, cricket, football, basketball, kabaddi, hockey, etc. Okay. And name of discipline, subject or studies like biology, history, computer science, mathematics, etc. Okay. So I hope, my dear student, it is quite clear to you all when we are going to use a, an or the. Okay. Now come with me. Let's complete the activity sheet number 35. Filling the blanks with appropriate article. Here filling the blanks is given and we have to choose the appropriate article from the brackets. Choose your answers from the options given in the bracket. Gold is a dash precious metal. Gold is a precious metal. Okay, because P is consonant. Dash reindeer is a native of Norway. The reindeer is a native of Norway. An honest man is always speaks the truth. London is on dash river Thames. London is on the river Thames. Okay, similarly, fifth one you have to complete with your own. Now, B. Rewrite the following sentences correctly using suitable article. We have to rewrite these sentences, my dear student, by using the suitable article in them. Like, bring me glass of water. So, what article we are going to use here to rewrite them? Bring me a glass of water. Bring me a glass of water. Second one, I have idea. So I is your vowel. I have an idea. Third one, she is great writer. She is a great writer. Fourth one, it was interesting story. It was an interesting story because I is your vowel. Okay, she has brother and sister. She has a brother and a sister. Okay. In this way, my dear student, you have to complete 6, 7 and 8. Now activity sheet number 36. Here what we have to do, let's see. Complete the story of the gingerbread boy by filling in the blanks with the suitable articles a, an, or the. See, this is story based on a very famous poem, A Gingerbread. Okay, you have to complete this story by filling these articles a, an, or the. Like, once there was dash old man. O is your vowel. So here we are going to write, once there was an old man and an old woman. Okay, they lived in dash little house. So they lived in a little house. Why a? Because L is your consonant. Okay, L is your consonant and it have a consonant sound. Remember this points. Little house on dash top of dash hill. So they lived in a little house on the top of the hill. They felt lonely. Now the second paragraph, one day dash woman had dash idea. So one day the old woman, one more thing my dear students, A and N, we are not going to repeat them. The can be repeated as much as you want, but if for one time we have if we have written N or A, we are not going to write them twice in your sentences. Okay, so one day the old woman had an idea. Okay, so you can write here. Okay, she would make the gingerbread. She would make gingerbread with dash large bowl of flour. So L is your consonant sound. Okay, but here we are not going to use A. Okay, she would make the gingerbread boy with the large bowl of flour. Okay, so rest of the story, my dear students, you have to complete with your own. Although it is a little bit lengthy story, but you can complete it on your own. Okay. In this way, my dear student, we have completed our chapter number 10, which is based on article. Remember, articles are divided into 3 parts, definite article and indefinite article. Okay, and indefinite article contains a or n, and definite article contains the. Okay, now what you have to do, just go thoroughly through this chapter and complete all the remaining exercises. Now I'm taking leave and going to meet with you all in our next class with a new chapter. Till then, my dear students, you have to take very good care of yourself as well as keep a smile on your face. Bye.